is that? Okay. And you want a napkin there?
Those are good.
I'm glad I didn't buy any.
I think they're really
You know,
You should. This is not for public consumption, John.
Good. So yeah, why don't we just put those onto the table?
Make room.
Yeah, we can make room. How's this platter? This platter is so cool.
That's warm.
Oh, it's warm. What is it?
One meatball.
I had to go to Papa John's and order a pizza, and it was not unlike ordering something that you don't want on the internet. It was a horrible experience. I will never do it again. Hey, JB, how you doing?
Good, Steve. My goodness.
All right. I'm right in on the
There
pizza.
it is.
How are you? Have some pizza. I have cheese and pepperoni.
Okay.
That works.
We'll make room right here.
Well, maybe we'll just have to carry this on to like a day or two. Just keep on.
I got pepperoni over there. Let's put the cheese.
Say hello, Johnny. Crystal.
Hello, Marlena. It's very good to talk with you.
Yes, exactly.
How come everybody ended up down there and nobody called me?
Well, no, Carlo, I was touching base with... Oh, shut up. I'm going to kick your ass. I'll find where you are. I know you moved, but it's a very small town, that bodega, wherever the heck you are.
You are so breaking up, honey. I'm sorry. You are like every third word.
Oh, no. I'm going to throw this phone away.
Now, see, there I got you, but when you were...
Okay.
Talking too loud, you're blowing the speaker out.
Do you have her email address?
How did this all come about?
No, I don't.
Get her email address.
John Rousseau beached himself, and we decided to help save him.
Racing cars are very fast. The men drive them like the wind. Sometimes they wreck on the track. Sometimes when they win, they get to take their tires home with them.
Sorry I called so late in the day. I'm on my way to work, but I wanted to just call and thank you for giving me the opportunity to talk to everybody. I'm not going to be able to do that today, but I just appreciate you calling. Please say hi to everyone for me. I am doing very well. Going to be getting married in October, so things are moving nicely. It's going to be a little tiny family wedding. Life is good, very good, and I hope Carlo and John and little John, you, and I imagine you called Marlene and everything, and Steve and Paul, gosh, and Dave. You guys have a wonderful time.
That'd be me.
You're in my house. Have a very good time tonight. Thanks so much for calling and thinking of me. Take care. Bye-bye. Carlo and Jody and the babies
How about
aren't
John?
sleeping anymore if they're there. And Dana turns
She said Big John and
21
Little John, I
next
think.
week.
Dana
Dana.
turns 21.
21.
That's right.
Yeah.
Take care. Bye.
That's okay. My granddaughter's 14.
I can't eat like I used to. I remember we had a reputation to uphold.
Really?
Well, that's right.
We would
Yeah.
have to eat all the food, drink all the liquor, have
And then
all the
leave.
fun,
We all,
and then we leave.
we all, with the possible exception of these guys,
Yeah.
come from the never turn down free food.
That was the whole idea.
There'll be food again, so eat it now.
I don't see why we would be on the exception list.
Well, you know, you're, you're a little higher end than we
extreme
are.
when Carlo pulled his chair up to the buffet table. Carlo, you can't do that, man. Huh? But all the food is here. You're missing the point.
It's always going to be there.
We even had a Carlo was the designated food messer-upper. You'd go and they'd have this nice spread, and all the meat would be laid perfectly, and the cheese and everything.
Don't answer it.
So nobody would feel bad about taking it. He would always take a piece out of the middle of this and mess it up a little bit. You know?
You don't want to answer that.
Exactly.
That's
That's the reason why Mary Ann and I have separate phones.
We got one over here.
Contact!
I feel like we're at Cheers. Hey, everyone knows his name. Adult beverages.
This hilarious thing of you on YouTube.
Oh my
It's
God.
perfect.
John did the other
It's
day.
perfect for me.
I thought it was very cool. Though.
We've never met.
You didn't bring the cake.
But we've seen pictures of you. How are you? It's so nice to meet you. Well, we've got rose food.
Well, that's really
You should have brought pizza. We're getting low on pizza.
Hi, Jody.
Oh my gosh, this is
Look at all this food. How are you? Good to see you.
Big harp.
beautiful.
Jody, oh, you look great.
She brought a harp.
Probably she's not. But she said to say hello. Susan said the same.
Not enough.
I think
Those meatballs are
We're gonna
good.
potluck.
Yeah.
This sounds hours of fun.
Hours of fun.
Well, I hope somebody else does show up with pizza.
It was your idea. You know, I should have gotten sushi. You know, I was thinking sushi. I was thinking
sushi
Debbie's
over
kind of a
there.
healthy person, and I should have gotten sushi. You know.
I was thinking KFC, and then I went. I couldn't find a KFC, so I saw Troya's, and they had this wonderful watermelon, so I grabbed it.
Well,
That's a good. That goes with.
that's a good one.
That's a good flashlight, right?
Always like watermelon.
I accidentally did
I
it.
said some pizza or something. Pizza or something.
Pizza, and look what they did.
Pizza party.
They actually brought
Well,
pizza.
pizza, I can get pizza. That's no problem.
But you should never say pizza or something.
They might come with
Pizza
or
is just
something.
like sort of. It's kind of like, you know, the big rocks that gravitate toward the bottom of the pond. You know, nobody's going to bother looking for the little ones when they can go right for the pizza.
Exactly.
to take messages.
John was saying that he doesn't have enough tape to capture all the beautiful moments that are going to happen.
Oh, I see.
How are you guys? I haven't seen you guys in a long time.
Well, I'm good.
Yeah, you look great, everybody.
So I want some dirt stories. Come on. Where's the
dirt story?
Yeah, I want to hear the meat of the stories here.
Well, Rousseau did stand up to some cows one time. I know that.
I did, and they ran off.
I did my cow imitation for the kids in my class. I was bored one day and I started telling them that story. You know? And I said, and the cows stood there like,
Hey, we're going down to Tuscadero in a couple of weeks to interview Lamb.
oh, God.
That'll be good, huh?
Really?
They all wanted me to do my cow imitation over and over.
Once you did it once,
What did you do to yourself? Yeah.
That's a legend now.
Do it one time. With the cow imitation?
Yeah.
It's kind of like the cow sat there and went. John would tell it a joke
funny.
and it would go.
Still funny.
Oh, several of them. There were about 10 or 12 of them. They were all just standing there going.
I
Go.
This guy. I don't know about you. Yeah.
Suddenly, out of nowhere, they all just went boom.
Well, the
Wait, come back! I got better material.
amazing thing was we could actually call them. You know, we
is
started
not my
mooing
game.
and they came.
That's right.
We were
That's right.
mooing across the field, and they all came and gathered around the fence. John told them some jokes. They wandered off again. I said, let's see if we can bring them back. So we started mooing again, and they all came back.
You watch out for that yellow jacket.
Too funny.
Don't let it come into your mouth.
You know, we do have a couple of teenagers coming, so maybe they'll eat all the pizza.
That's
Oh,
right.
yeah, absolutely. Pizza will be no problem.
Especially for teenagers.
Plus,
In
it's
fact,
good
in
cold
fact,
for
you know, it's been
breakfast.
so long since I've had pizza, I'm sort of enjoying
I'm
it.
taken back. Yeah, I feel kind of like.
It's a novelty.
We actually just brought
Oh
all
wait,
The other side. Yeah.
we just brought all this food so we could watch Debbie do her fly dance.
So hungry.
Don't let it come into your mouth.
you know we do have a couple of teenagers coming, so maybe they'll eat all the pizza.
That's
Oh,
what I
yeah,
thought.
absolutely. Pizza will be no problem.
Especially for teenagers.
Plus,
In
it's
fact,
good
in
cold
fact,
for
you know,
breakfast.
oh, yeah, absolutely. Pizza will be no problem.
Especially for teenagers.
Plus,
In
it's
fact,
good
in
cold
fact,
for
you know, it's been
breakfast.
so long since I've had pizza, I'm sort of enjoying
I'm
it.
taking.
Once there was a girl. The girl was walking through the forest when she came to a clearing.
There was a mountain.
A very pretty mountain.
By the mountain there was a horse.
A very pretty horse. The mountain began to open. She walked into the mountain. There was a tunnel. And she came to the end of the tunnel. At the end of the tunnel. There was a beautiful land. A land of candy. The trees and the flowers were all made of candy.
The next day,
She brought her friends to the land.
when they got there,
The mountain was gone. So was the horse.
the kids laughed at her.
The end.
Good. How you doing, man? Good to see you. We missed you last summer.
Yeah. No, I know.
I had promised the wife a vacation. And
No, I completely understand. Is that right, John?
That's right. Exactly. We're doing an interview.
He's taping everything right now.
Hey June. Hey June. How are you?
Hey, John.
How are you? Very cool.
I think about you every time I see Harry Potter, and that usurper to your role.
Yeah, they stole my image, didn't they?
I know it stole his image. My favorite line from the first one is I got hung up over Bristol.
Yeah, exactly right.
That knocked me out.
Take me the phone.
June, this is Carlo. I love you. I miss you very much. Where are you? Are you in New Jersey?
Very cool.
Oh, we're great. Everything is really great. And in fact, Wyatt just finished the Shakespeare Camp. He played Sir Andrew Aguecheek in Twelfth Night, and he was funny. It was great. Yeah. It's in D.C. Yeah, Washington, D.C.
If I was to switch your gun,
Yep. Isn't it? Well, I'm glad to know where you are.
That's awesome. It's awesome, Jude. Well, I will. What Johnny's going to do is he's going to put this whole thing on Google or YouTube, so you'll be able to go see everybody. All right, because Johnny's taping it, and then we're going to get everybody's email and everybody's phone numbers and whatnot, and put it all on one big thing and just send it around to everybody. And you should give Marlene a call.
once upon a time, there was a little pig. And the little pig had no friends.
Not one. The little pig said to the cow,
Oh, Mrs. Cow, will you play with me? And she said,
in Ospez, No. So he said,
Oh, Mrs. Hen.
yes,
Will you play with me? And she said,
no.
So he gave up and sat down.
and he thought, why are they like that? I do not like it. And he said, I did try to be like them, but I give up. I'm not going to be clean like them anymore. I'm going to be me. Oh, so
He took a mud bath.
And they all wanted to play with him. And they all said, I like you. You're you.
Oh, and he had all the friends he wanted.
And they lived happily ever after.
There are no old stories, only new audiences.
That's right. Yeah, different eyebobs, you know. And
Oh,
and
no.
I'm realizing that things have changed.
Wow.
Things have really Yeah. changed.
What's that?
Understand
Well,
it. Stuff.
stuff has changed.
Just stuff.
Yeah.
The world is altering its course of whatever.
Well, it's not keeping me young and vital is the part of it that I don't really like so much, you know. Well,
Ginseng for life.
for 63, I'm plenty healthy. It's just I don't want to be 63.
Yeah, exactly.
And drugs used to be fun, and now you take them to lower your cholesterol.
You know?
Okay.
And I hear it lowers your cholesterol.
No, me and Steve, we don't do drugs anymore. Yeah, we haven't done drugs.
10 years, maybe.
Yeah. Got any?
I have an older brother, Steve. He's like 7 years older, so he tells me kind of what's coming. I ask him, you know. So I asked him when I got to 50. I said, okay, tell me what 50's like. Tell me about 50. He had an answer right away. He said, when you get to be 50, something always hurts.
That's a good one.
Stop you,
That's a good
something
one.
always hurts. So he turned 60.
Especially if it's fun.
And what do you say about 60?
I said, okay, now tell me about 60. And he said, well, I got to think about 60. So he called me back the next day. He said, okay, when you get to be 60, so something always hurts, and then you got to go get it fixed.
That's a good one, Dave.
I would have said everything already.
I got my family here, and
That's right, you're on camera. Mr.
Wonderful.
Right here? And so are you, John. You're on camera. Right now, right here.
I said
Many times before.
and I said, where are you?
This is Steve Rose.
Okay, I'll turn it on.
We've always wanted to see somebody play them.
Somebody who's given a ton of surveys.
You need a PCI.
Absolutely.
So let me transfer you.
I think every once in a while they take those instruments out and they do this magic stuff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've heard of for sure. There's this one guy who I've seen a number of times.
And June, I knew you before you were in the magic carpet, when you were doing Deep Down in Our Private Lives, Cosmic Thingy Gummies. You remember that?
what?
You're right.
What was that?
June did Private Lives at the studio.
Well,
Good to see you, Steve.
my sister is coming in about 20 minutes or so, just for a little bit, whizzing through. So,
You know, I talked to your sister, I think, once in my life at Lover's Point.
really?
It was like back in the 30 years ago. I met her at Lover's Point.
Oh my
She
God!
was sunbathing or something.
Oh my goodness!
And,
Okay.
and she said, "Yeah, my sister's Debbie Berry," and she was living in that house on
Grand Avenue.
on Yeah, across the street from where John used to live.
She did next door to some friends of mine.
Okay. Huh.
Grand Avenue. Every city must have a Grand.
Every city has and a Broadway.
Grand Avenue.
And a Broadway, right?
Gotta have a Broadway.
Yeah.
85, 86.
It's up by.
How's your health?
Oh, that's good.
Getting along a little bit slower.
There's
The mind is still there.
Dr. By Jim hasn't called. He's the only one so far.
How's your sisters?
How they doing?
How
Marlene?
about,
Are they still around?
No, Marlene called earlier.
I missed her.
She works over
Marlene called. Yep.
This is the world's coldest pizza.
Try to heat it up. It'll taste like cardboard.
Is that John's phone or? John, is that your phone or?
Don't answer.
False alarm.
I don't answer my own phone, so I'm not going to answer my wife.
My brother's up in Minnesota.
That's what the carpet called.
John and I first met when we made a low-budget science fiction feature film, and I was the cameraman on it, and worked with a guy who was the director-writer. And about 2/3 of the way through it, we went out to do what was called Borg's Big Day, the big scene in which Borg, John's character, your dad's character, was going to sort of prove himself. And so, it originally was supposed to be on a sailing ship. We couldn't get a sailing ship, so we downsized to a schooner or something, and then we couldn't get that, so we downsized to a small fishing boat. And so we finally had it scheduled. We were going to go out and shoot this big scene with John. We get down there to the wharf, and the director doesn't show up. And we're going, well, what are we going to do? You know, we got this boat, we have it for like X amount of hours or whatever, and so let's just go out and shoot it. So we went out and shot whatever it was, and it was Peter DeBono, my current partner's ex-husband, and John, and this other woman. And we went out and we shot whatever the fuck we shot. I don't know what it was. We came back in, and, you know, we said, okay, well, I don't know what's going to happen. We never saw the director again.
What do you mean? He took off.
He blew town with the money. To Santa Barbara, actually.
My part of the story is we get down to the wharf and we're waiting, and this guy don't show up, and he don't show up. So Rosa says, okay, let's just get out there and we'll shoot it. And I'm looking at him, I'm seeing where he's got his camera, you know, so I'm seeing the framing, and I'm going, and I'm seeing that boat, and I'm going, that's a small boat. You know, that's really a small boat. I'm pretty big to be in that small boat. And then Peter DeBono's going to be in there, and then this girl's going to be in it. And you know, the girl, she was in like, what's that thing with, what's his name?
Okay, so we have to.
The one with Danny Glover and Mel Gibson, the movie Danny Glover and Mel Gibson. Lethal Weapon 3. I believe that girl that was the lead in that eventually died in that movie, but she was the girl that was in this movie with us, you know? I mean, she's the identical twin or something, but anyway, they get in there, and now Steve goes, okay, go ahead, and I'm going, go ahead. And DeBono looks at me and goes, so you can, you know how to row, right? And I went, no, I don't know how to row a boat. He goes, well, do the best you can, man. So I get on the road, and we start making circle after circle. And Rosen's going, can you get the boat to go straight? And I'm looking at him going, I don't even know if I can get the boat back to the dock. We're now stuck in the harbor, you know? Too funny, you know?
Fortunately, you're not outside of the breakwater.
I know, right? Yeah, right. We were inside the breakwater. He was framing. He was framing. There was a big area. Get to that big area so it can frame. No boats are around. It's like you're in the middle of the ocean.
That's something I would say. God, let's get out of here so we just see that.
And then I went. Then I went to Tahoe. and met Sylvia.
Oh, I'm laughing too much.
And then I told Sylvia, I said, I got to go back to help Stephen at least try to finish the edit of what we've shot, because I know Stephen is a perfectionist, and if he doesn't get this behind him, it'll affect him in the future of his stuff, And so we actually stood together in that movie, a movie viola, an old-time movie viola.
Group portrait. Talking to someone.
And we
I went to ice cream store.
got fudge ice cream cone. It was a talking fudge. It said,
"Hi, don't eat me, please."
Now once, there was a little boy. And he had a big father. Now the big father yelled at the little boy a lot. And one night the little boy went to bed very sad.
And he had a dream that he called the big dream. He dreamed of having the biggest house in the world and of being the biggest man in the world.
much bigger than his father. He dreamt that his father was his slave. He dreamt that he was yelling at his father and ordering his father around.
But when he woke up,
his father was standing over him, and he was big as ever. And the little boy was small as ever.
Moral: dreams don't always come true.
I've got the traditional summer off.
Yeah, me too. Are you trimesters or?
Let's do it on speakerphone. Yeah. Oh, excellent, man. Excellent. Everybody is here. Marlene called in earlier. Wynn called. June called. You're the last one.
Mares, sing jokes. Sing jokes. We need jokes.
We're not laughing enough.
Yeah, exactly.
What are you doing exactly? What are you doing right now exactly this minute?
I'm walking out in on my lawn in my backyard looking at the hills in Idaho.
Okay.
Right now.
Is it dark?
Not dark there yet.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, I'm thinking I should be down there with you guys.
Oh, you should.
We got an hour more sunlight here, man. I'm
Yeah, quick. Hop on a plane.
You're just trying to be Ecology Jim.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Good to hear you, man.
Oh, thank you, man. It was so much fun. 1:30 in the morning, Johnny and I hanging out going, well, if we don't do it now, we'll never
do it. That's right.
So I'm like falling over and starting to drop lyrics and stuff and play and go, John, did I just sing the same chorus over again twice in a row? Yeah, I think you did, Jim. I think I'm getting tired now. So hopefully those guys will meet up, because they're just right in the same, they're right in the same neck of the woods, San Francisco. So anyway, so we miss you, man. We miss you.
Like interview that guy. It has to be that guy.
Well, Wynn told me that you and Teresa were in France, la-ti-da, for like 2-3 weeks at some big chateau.
Hey, Mayor, fuck you! Fuck you! No, I wouldn't say that, Jim. That was me and Rosen. It was Rosen who dropped the F-bomb on me. I would never say fuck you, you asshole.
No. Too much pizza. Too much pizza.
I think we've been overserved here.
No, it's our holy fondue for you.
Oh,
hey, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. I'm doing fine.
I'm great, man. We're having a great time. We wish you were here.
Yeah, really, really.
Say something nice to him, Steve.
Yeah, you can say something nice, Steve.
Well, why aren't you here? Why are you not here, Mr. Mayor? Why did you not get on an airplane or get in your Mustang and drive your little self here and say, hey, these are my friends, man?
Hey, man, I'm glad you can party with us via cell phone.
Yeah, really.
Hey, I've got a vodka for you here. It's a really good one. John has 3 vodkas, several scotches.
And I have a big fat cigar for you.
Yeah.
I rolled it myself.
Hey, anyway, man, I'm gonna be coming your way pretty soon. So I'll talk to you soon.
Okay. Yeah.
Hey, man, I don't want to hog you up, so I'm going to say goodbye now so you can say hello to everybody else.
Hey, here comes Dunham.
Take care, buddy. Hey, Jim. Hey, Jim, how you doing? How you doing? I'm going fishing this weekend, so.
Where are you going, Dave?
Going up in the Sierras with my brother.
Oh, okay.
I went up earlier in the year. I caught fish. I feel like a real fisherman now.
Woo! It's caught something.
Oh, you guys are probably too young to remember. Get your dad.
I think of it often, man. Maybe next year.
50s and 60s.
There we go.
Yeah, maybe we should all meet at your place so we can all bring our sleeping bags and our tents and go camping in the wilderness.
Sleep on the floor.
Yeah, yeah, we'll all meet at your place. Man, yeah, really, it is just so trippy.
And I'm here.
Yeah, and Lou is here. You know, Johnny's littlest big boy is here, man. This is totally cool. Totally cool. You're going to chip out when you're going to see this video thing, yeah, because, I mean, just everybody's here. It's just awesome. It's just totally cool. Yeah, yeah, and then you'll see everybody calling in, just like you. And Johnny's standing here with his little video cam going. Yeah, no, it's very cool. I just really felt like, God dang, you know, I miss this place so much. I miss everyone so much. And the more, you know, the older we get and the more people we run into, you know, you just start realizing just what a gift, you know, what a gift we all are to each other, man. You know, and always were. And there's nobody that can replace each other of us, you know, as a group. It's just not possible.
So Debbie, Paul told me that you're selling
Advertise
ads for
the church,
churches?
for the Catholic Church.
For the Catholic in Los Angeles? That must be a hard sell right now.
What was the last thing?
Shut up.
Well, that's who I'm going down to LA to talk to next week, are the SNAP people. The people that just won that $660 million award. Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Well, what can you do? You know.
Well, you know, at least they have somebody like you out there saying, "Hey, wait, we're not all bad."
We're not all bad. Look at me. You know, I'm not wonderful in any. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh yeah.
Are you an practicing actor?
Hoffman Street Playhouse.
Interesting.
So what did you do with the other ones?
They're going to the
information.
Oh, very good.
You fax them the back of the bulletin. They pick the size. They pick the price. Quibble. Blah blah blah. Fax them.
You want one or two of
They sign it. They fax it back to you. They send the check to the office, or you take down their, you know, their charge card.
But now that they're going to do, they realize this was a big cash outlay. You know, to have to buy all these.
Right, that's amazing.
So
did you get a grant or a foundation for it? Or?
They do part of it's grant, and part of it's through the foundation, and you know, a number of different funding.
So I started doing it.
But they go right in and say, okay, what kind of deal can you give us?
So when the kids come to school, they're going to have all new.
Welcome to the real world.
They're going to be jazzed.
Exactly.
They're going to be so jazzed.
But they're going to reach now that they decided they're going to recycle.
So I've been dealing with all my clients in LA while sitting.
and smashing up. Boys. One day, a girl decided to join baseball.
And no one would let her play.
So, one day, a team picked her. Her team went all the way to the finals. The game was tied, 1-1, and the girl was up. And
She hit a home run!
and won the game for them.
All right, yeah! I knew it!
I have this tennis elbow thing, which is
Oh my gosh.
which is caused by working with a 22-pound camera and exacerbated by working all day on a computer.
Okay.
You say that's not tennis elbow, that's
So
camera elbow.
and that, so it's neither of which I can give up in my life because they're what I do, and they're the only thing I do. They're the only thing I care about doing. So the only thing I can do is like ice my arm 3 times a day, wear this thing on it, and you know, no, it's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. You know, it's there are things that there are things that you want to say, you know, like when you talk to younger people about how your mind still works.
But let me think about it. I can remember.
I'm 60,
how does
but
my
guess what?
mind...
My mind still works.
You lose it.
You know,
a fertile imagination.
Yeah. I'm stuck in this little chair and I can't go anywhere, but I'm still thinking. Don't think you.
Because unfortunately, we're all in the business where young people are it, and the older you get, the more you're passed over, and the less interesting you are to people.
Right.
So
different phone.
Okay. Oh, you can distinguish the ring.
But the advantage that we have is that we're smart.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Oh, is that my phone? I heard you were going to play, and Marianne's doing a play and everything, but I said, I don't care, I'm coming anyway.
I mean, it was all the way. It was like 27 miles, something like that, across open ocean.
From where to where?
And we would sail. We would be sailing. We'd get airborne, going over a wave, and then we'd look over and we'd see the boat next to us, and it would like disappear in whitewater. It would be like completely underwater.
All you could see was the top of his mast.
Yeah, and then we'd like explode, and you know, I'm steering the thing. You know, I'm hanging way on the back on the trapeze, or out on the trapeze on the back, and Dave's, you know,
I'm just trying to hold the boat down.
We're like both back on the back corner, like just scrunched together, just trying to keep the boat down, you know, just holding on for dear life, but refusing to give up on speed, so we're not like letting up on the sail. And we got 6th or something like that on that one.
From where to where? Where was
From Santa Cruz Harbor to Monterey Beach. And it was like in a storm surf. I mean, it was. I think
the first mile was nothing. There was no wind, and as soon as we hit Mile Buoy, it came.
We were just hauling ass. It was the most fun I think I've ever had in my life.
Well, I think the fact that we were both surfers, what I remember is going down the faces of the waves and making a little turn, and then coming up again and going down the face of the waves and making a turn again.
So you guys used to win though too, right?
And you know, it sounds really macho and everything, but at the time we were like terrified. I mean, this is big waves, and I mean big waves, like 20-foot waves. We're coming. This is not, you know, this is like the North Shore of Oahu in Hawaii, and we're coming down these waves on a boat, you know. And we just, you know, but it was like once we got to, there was a certain point where we began to realize, okay, we're going to do this. And then it started to be fun.
Yeah.
But for about the first half hour, it was like, it's terrible. And actually, during that race, one guy got washed off his boat. And they had to go back and rescue him.
To find him. One guy broke a boat. Chris Harris broke a boat and actually sank one, and they don't sink.
Did you guys?
He sank one.
Did you guys finish the race?
We were sixth. We were sixth. Out of 40-something people, we were about six. It was the first race I ever raced.
And a lot of those were bigger boats, like 18, but we were in a little 16. So, like, I think 4 of the first boats were 18. And we were like second in the 16.
Wow, cool.
Chris Harris broke the borrowed boat he had. He borrowed a boat. Then he cracked the hull, making a turn at the bottom of the wave. And then finally the rescue boat found him. They crashed up against him, knocked the rest of the hull off, and towed him the rest of the way across the dam.
I don't know if you've ever been out in the middle of like a big body of water with a storm, but I mean, it's like, you can't even imagine what it's like, because the wind is blowing the tops off the waves. It's like white caps everywhere. If you're 10 feet away from something, you can't see it because the waves are so big. So the chance of finding this guy that got washed off.
I was surprised he died.
Yeah, we were all like in a sweat. As a matter of fact, that was the last
one of those. They didn't do those anymore.
Don't make a move or I'll blow your head off.
And I looked at, about like, I was scared.
Where's that?
Santa Barbara. I've kayaked on the island. Yeah, I kayaked from Santa Barbara to the island. It's 25 miles. So it's the same. But it's it took us like a whole day.
Flesh colored 45.
And after we were done, I was like, thank God we're back on dry land. But that would be so fun.
We'd always thought it was normal.
First race I've ever been. This is cool.
And again, because we were both surfers, it's like we're going, okay, well, this is how it is. And but there were other people when they got ashore, they were just white faced. I mean, there were people that were like, there were people after that race that I don't think ever got on a boat again.
I was red. I had the worst windburn that I think I had ever had in my life. I was just bright red when I came in.
And then I had
too much fun.
I was thinking about that today on the way over here.
I'll give you the John Lennon one.
All right, there you go.
Other languages besides English, I think is wonderful.
Yeah, I do too.
So it's more foreign travelers are coming, which I think's neat.
Oh yes, no, absolutely. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
They just don't
I run
realize
into
how
a lot of people
expensive it
who
is
were
when they get here.
obviously.
But in the old days, it
There's
cost-
one.
yeah.
A lot of English, a lot of French.
There's one. I see him right there.
Right, we saw a bunch of French.
It's right there. There's one.
I walked into Bruno's restaurant, the market there in Pacific in Carmel, and I go there most of the time to buy a sandwich at lunchtime. And one day I walk in there, and I know how to just sort of get in, grab just a tasteless sandwich, because that's how you're going to get in.
That's what they sell.
Just snatch one, and get out, grab yourself a drink, and head for the line, and get right in line, and get out. So one day I walk in there, and the whole place, more crowded than we are here, is full of people speaking German. And they're all, little couples of people. Oh, this is Boston. And so I go, I work my way through all of these people and get over and grab my sandwich and run out. Have my lunch. The next day I come in, exactly the same situation. They're all English. They're all, wow, darling, did you see me? Well, they got cheese over here. My God. It's because the tour bus is let off right there. And they all just swarm up, let's go get some lunch. Well, there's a place right over there.
Well, we ran into a lot of French people. But when I lived here, it was only Americans. It was all American tourists. So I love seeing more foreigners.
Yeah, I even had a couple kids from other countries. I had some Dutch girls.
In your class?
Yeah. Naomi Busen. The Busen family. I had a girl from Switzerland.
Wow.
She spoke French.
Okay. And the families are moving here? Or
Yeah, they
here
come to work as a slave family in agriculture.
From Switzerland to pick avocados and artichokes.
Okay. So they're not picking strawberries.
No, it's a vast field.
Where did he come from?
They're geneticists,
This guy.
biologists.
They come from Ensenada, Switzerland.
Little Switzerland.
Oaxaca in Switzerland.
Through Mexicali.
Yeah, that's how we got here. Yeah. Well, we had to come in from the south. Switzerland, way south.
I'm in the Popeye movie, and it's the night before I'm going to leave, right? And I got a 2:00 flight to Rome, and this guy McIntyre Dixon shows up and says, "John, come to dinner." So, and I hadn't talked to him. He played Papa well. I hadn't talked to him the whole 3-4 months I was there. So we go to dinner there and stuff, and he's talking. And he goes, "So you were with like a theater group?" I go, "Yeah, Magic Carpet." He goes, "What was it like?" And I just told him that the progression of we started in the kindergarten classroom and we worked with, and then he kept asking me questions. I went for about 2.5 hours, 3 hours, right? So then the next morning I'm at breakfast, 6 a.m. Tripping on that was like a session. I told him every story of the Magic Carpet stuff. So then all of a sudden, McIntyre Dixon comes into breakfast at 6 a.m. and here comes Richard Libertini and Margaret, and McIntyre said, "John, tell us about the Magic Carpet." I go, "I just told you 3 hours last night." He goes, "No, just tell us again, And Paul Dooley was there. And so they're there sitting, so I start telling them, then Dixon starts asking me the same questions, and I'm telling more.
I often forget Paul Dooley's name. That's very funny.
Yeah, so after 2 hours, of this, all of a sudden Dooley looks at me and goes, "John, you're just giving us an amazing gift, And I go, "A gift? And what gift was that?" And he says, "We all thought our work died.
We're not going to leave laughing and
But you're telling us that our work lived on the West Coast and even blossomed to be an incredible bigger style than we ever did." And I go, "And who are we? And what are you talking about?" He goes, "We're the original members of Story Theater. We created Story Theater.
Paul Dooley, yeah.
Yeah, and all the stuff." And he says everybody says that Viola Spolin's son created it, but we all created it. And he says, "And this is an amazing gift. We thought our work ended." And I was like, I was sitting there going, "Oh man, I didn't know these guys. I had no idea. But they were just like Richard Libertini was like.
I found out about them sometime later. But
What is Story Theater?
Viola Spolin was she sort of invented all these theater games for this process of using improv for theater.
Yeah.
And her son started
it's a classic
storytelling theater troupe called what is it?
Paul Sills
Story Theater. But Jim started doing this his version of it with us in 1970.
Well, Jim sat down and started playing this record for me after we did Rumpelstiltskin. He played this record for me, and I said, "Oh, is this what you want to do next?" He goes, "Yeah." I go, "I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear the record. I don't want to hear the record. If we're going to create our own style, I don't want to hear a record that's going to put preconceived style onto me." He looked at me. Mayor's looked at me like, "Are you serious?" And I go, "Yeah, I'm serious. I don't want to hear this. You project it the way we'll ball. I'll put all my energy into it. But if we're going to blossom into a style, I don't want to hear anybody else's version." So then we did it at Sunset Theater, and we're all sitting out in the theater. And what I loved was I was sitting with some people, and they were saying, "Have you heard anything about the show?" I said, "Oh yeah,
There's yeah, we got to get you in there.
Look into the lens.
Yeah, look into the lens, Dave.
That's what I teach my kids. They all get a couple minutes on camera every year.
On a stage, I had no idea what they thought of it, but it was a great way to start the whole adventure of the Magic Carpet. But it was I thought I should share that story with you about Paul Dooley and Richard Libertini and McIntyre Dixon and those guys. They were just like awed that their work continued. It was like then when I was down in L.A., Paul Dooley tried to get me to do some children's theater down there, and I was like,
Can't do it anymore.
I'm not in there right now. I'm not,
Totally different.
I'm doing a whole different thing with the thing. So.
That's funny. In a way, it reminds me of Raffi, who said, I don't want to keep doing this children's stuff, and yet there's something so pure-hearted about it.
Yeah, there's a wonderful...
And I guess once you get out of it, it's hard to get back in, and yet there's something so magical.
Well, I live it now. 24/7. The children see me, their eyes go wide, and I'm Santa Claus. And I become Santa Claus, and that's the only time I become Santa Claus. I don't do the red suit. I don't do the sit on my lap for $49.95 for your parents and stuff, so they can get a picture of Santa. But when a parent's going, and the kid's struggling to get out of the car, and the parent's going, she thinks you're and I look at her and I go, yeah, you're right. And she pops out of the car and I go, you're right, you knew, huh? And I'm looking at the parent like, but you knew, huh? You knew. And then I said, shh, I'm just grocery shopping. And then without missing a beat,
I gotta get Mary in here. Where is she?
Every parent picks up a cue.
Too much. My face hurts.
Hi, it's you, it's Marianne, finally! Yay, Marianne's here!
Soon?
Say hello to everybody. Everybody in the world is watching now.
Could actually catch
Hello,
some.
hello.
Fishing. I'll go fishing.
Yeah.
It was a nice
We
day.
love our house, but I have a horror story to tell you about the cat.
Oh, don't you
The
dare!
cat is okay.
The cat is
All
okay.
right. The cat is back in the back.
That's
She's in the
a
house.
horrible
It's okay.
story.
Oh, did she get out?
But there's a terrible, and well, I'll tell you.
No, but I'll tell you, when Debbie isn't around, her jaw.
Well, I'll tell you now.
Oh, okay.
Debbie calls me at work, and she goes, hello, hi, John. It's Debbie.
See you guys later.
Does the cat hide? And I go, yeah, the cat does.
Yes.
Yeah, the cat does.
Hey, okay, Davey's going.
Okay,
Alrighty.
see you guys later.
Alrighty, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Such
take
a
it
great,
easy.
Great.
I'm glad to see you.
Excellent. Thanks, Dave.
Hi. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Hello. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you
You
also.
guys are so welcome. My goodness. And like I said, today was gorgeous. We had
It was a beautiful day.
That's so
Beautiful night.
unusual because
Yeah.
it's been foggy. But where do
Julie
you guys
coming by?
come from?
Well, John, you live
Julie's
here now,
going
don't
home
you?
with-
I'm from that other biological life form planet on the other side of the galaxy, where Rousseau came from.
Oh,
That same planet.
I'm telling you, it's really
Like a
interesting.
rinse the floss.
Sluck,
Like
sluck,
a blossom.
Oh, yeah, you were Russell's biggest fox, Steve.
That's not about
There's Carla over there still munching up food. Free food. God, the guy never
Miles
stops.
in their sunshine. It's only right.
If I were bionic, I would use my powers wisely. In the game Capture the Flag, I would use my powers to run fast. So that my team would win the game. There would be one problem, however. The government would want me to go on secret missions. Then my life would be in danger. If you're wondering what these missions would be like, I'll tell you. It would be like wrecking missile launches and proctoring certain people. But I think I'd have most fun with bionics at school. In soccer, I could kick the ball so far. And in football, I could throw the ball so far. But I don't think this will ever happen, so I think I'll just be me. I build a robot right in my garage. My mom does not know about my robot. My robot is ready. Okay, robot, you do what I say now. I like you, robot. Do you know that?
Yes, I do.
Said the robot. I like you too. The end.
It doesn't look quite as spiffy and prosperous as it used to.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of wondering if, California is...
To me, it just looks more crowded.
Huh.
What, Marina?
No, all of the peninsula, everything.
whole peninsula.
I've
Oh,
been driving
peninsula.
around
Oh,
the
no.
last couple of
Hey,
days. Normally I stay
hey.
home, but
No, I have a 9-minute commute takes me 9 minutes when there's relative traffic from here to the Golden Mile Theater in Carmel. 9 minutes. Sometimes 8, sometimes 10. You know, big deal.
Approximately.
But every once in a while when I come home...
Once there was a girl named Carol, and she was on her way to school early one morning when all of a sudden...
A little man, only 2 feet tall,
Jumped out of some bushes.
and scared Carol half to death.
Who are you? Said Carol.
My name's Henry. What's yours?
Carol, said Carol.
Did I scare you?
Not that much, said Carol. What do you want?
Well, come with me, and I'll show you, said Henry.
All right, but I can't be late for school.
Oh, well, I can't help it if you are.
So they started walking through the bushes.
And it seemed like hours before they finally got to where they were going.
Oh, it was a beautiful place.
With big colorful flowers and beautiful green grass. What's this place called? Said Carol.
The land of the leprechauns. The most gorgeous place in the world. All the leprechauns live here, said Henry.
Oh, it's beautiful, said Carol. But where is everyone?
They are hiding because they're afraid of you.
Oh, they shouldn't be. I wouldn't hurt them.
Come out, everyone, said Henry.
After all the leprechauns came out, they started dancing all over leprechaun land. They dance because that's the way they are. They love to dance and to be free. And we're very happy, woo woo woo, and we're very happy, woo woo woo, and we're very happy, woo woo woo, and we're very happy.
But why have you brought me here? Said Carol.
Because we have watched you for a long time and have seen all the good deeds you have done for people.
Oh, so what do you want? Said Carol.
We want you to be our queen,
said Henry.
You want me to be your queen?
Said Carol.
Would you?
Said Henry.
Oh, yes. Well, this is such a beautiful place. I'd love to live here with you and all of the leprechauns.
Said Carol.
But I better talk to my parents first.
Oh, all right. I'll bring you home to ask your parents.
When they got to her house,
her mother said, well, yes, but how will you go to school?
Oh, I could teach her everything she needed to know,
said Henry. And her mother said, well, all right. And Carol said, well, I will come home and see you sometime, Mom. Goodbye.
So when they got back,
all the other leprechauns were pleased that she could stay
and lived there happily ever after.
They dance because that's the way they are. They love to dance and to be free. And we're very happy, woo woo woo, and we're very happy, woo woo woo, and we're very happy, woo woo woo, and we're very happy.
I'm around you guys.
Don't.
My schedule.
I will not laugh.
I will not. You will laugh.
She's doing well.
I
She's
will
got some
not.
family stuff going tonight. Her mom's been ill.
Glendale.
Yeah, see.
Faith in Glendale shooting.
But she's doing pretty
Yeah,
well.
see, North. Yeah.
She works in the classroom.
Is she your helper?
She's my helper. She teaches art. I turn it up. But she's doing pretty
Yeah,
well.
see, North. Yeah.
She works in the classroom.
Is she your helper?
She's my helper. She teaches art. I turn it up. But she's doing pretty
Yeah,
well.
see, North. Yeah.
She works in the classroom.
Is she your helper?
She's my helper. She teaches art. I turn it over to her every other Friday.
Family affair.
I'm with you, aren't
She
I?
comes in. The kids love it. You know, it's like special for them. They get their own.
Yeah, you're laughing now.
So good.
And it's not high school for them. They get their own.
Yeah, you're laughing now.
So good.
And it's not high school for them. They get their own.
Yeah, you're laughing now.
So good.
And it's not high on the curriculum these days.
That's right. No, I bet it's
But I
not.
make time for it.
You know, it's interesting.
You know,
You should. This is not for public consumption, John.
When I grow up, I'm gonna be a tree. Gonna make my home with the birds and the bees. And the squirrels can count on me. When I grow up to be a tree. I'll let my joints get stiff, put my feet in the ground. Take the winters off, I'll settle down. I'll keep my clothes till they turn brown. When I grow up, I want